Hello everyone, my name is Naveen Rai. Today we have Miss Prachi Doshi with us. She got multiple admits from US universities. So let's know from her what helped her in the application process. What are the do's and don'ts, and there would be a lot of takeaways for the future applicants. So hello, welcome Prachi. How are you?
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. I'm great. How are you doing?
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. So Prachi, let's begin with your introduction.
Sure, sir. So, I did my undergrad with Pandit Deen Petroleum University, which is situated in Gandhinagar, with BTech in computer engineering. And I scored my final CGPA was 9.6 when I completed my undergrad, and I hail from Ahmedabad, Gujarat. So I have been a Gujarati through and through right till undergrad, and now not as every other Gujarati, but still as every other Gujarati, I'm flying abroad for my masters to pursue masters in information security, and I have received admits from multiple colleges, but I'm going for Carnegie Mellon University, which is situated in Pittsburgh, for my starting in fall 2023.
Wonderful, wonderful, Prachi. So let's start from there. Let's talk about the application process. So, what all universities did you apply to, and where all did you get selected?
So I applied to 8 universities in total, out of which I think four of them were ambitious university, and then remaining were the safe. And let's say that's the simple process that we all go through. And the universities that I applied to were Columbia University, Carnegie Mellon, University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, NYU Tandon, Northeastern University, Purdue, um, and University of Maryland, Baltimore County.
All right. And out of these, which all universities did you get the admit offers from?
Except Columbia and Purdue, I got admitted at all of the other universities.
That's wonderful. So, let's talk about your application journey. And in the application journey, what were the do's and don'ts? What thing you think worked in your favor? And can you talk about that journey a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So the biggest challenge that I had in my application was that I graduated in 2022 and I was planning to apply for fall 2023. So practically I would have 1 year in between before I went for masters. And the biggest challenge that I had was to explain what I was going to do in that 1 year. I was not sitting for my college placements. I was not getting a job. So the biggest question that I had to answer during my application was what was I going to do in that 1 year, and how that 1 year would help me to decide which masters or which niche, which field I want to choose. So that is, I think, the biggest challenge that I had to face. And apart from that, I had a good CGPA, I had a good track record, I had no backlogs in my undergrad. So I think that part was cleared. I had already given my GRE around June last year, and TOEFL by September the very same year. And I scored around 315 in GRE and 107 in TOEFL. So even that part was covered, that I had a decent score to go forward with. So I think the major thing that worked for me was I had tailored essays for each and every university. So I think one major mistake that every student does while going forward with their application is people think that simply changing the last paragraph of that university essay letter will get them an admit or a reject, but that's not true. If you have a tailored essay for each and every university, it makes you a unique person, and it also tells them that you are dedicated enough to come to the college and complete your journey, or why you are the right candidate for that particular course. So I think the one major thing that I had was having a tailored SOP for each and every university. And I don't know how many percentage or a weightage it creates, but as much as I have seen, I think that plays a major role, irrespective of what marks you have scored or irrespective of what LORs you have, because that is pretty common across all the applications that come to them. So the only unique thing that you have is your SOP, and if you're extremely good at that, and if you know how to tailor that, I think that makes a much more difference.
Wonderful, Prachi. Nicely elaborated. So the process is kind of 360-degree evaluation process. There are a lot of parameters there. As you mentioned, the application essays are very important. And
Hmm.
then apart from that, the objective parameters are also important. And that is one thing that I see, that help you excel among various other things. So the CGPA was pretty good. I think it was to the north of 9 CGPA. How much was your CGPA?
9.61.
9.61, pretty good, right? So, and then you wrote the GRE, which also gave another objective evaluation parameter for the universities to evaluate your candidature. The TOEFL score was good. So, um, the numbers are also important, right? Along with the essays, you worked really hard on the essays, tailoring those essays to the questions that the universities were asking. Now, in the application process, did you find something, for some of the universities, did you find something different in the application process, in the evaluation criteria? So, what was those things and how our students could prepare for those things?
I think the two new things that I actually found that I had no idea about before I started applying to the universities were now universities are incorporating video essays, like a 3-minute video essay or a 2-minute video essay, and it is like they don't share what questions they're going to ask in that video essay. And the best part about that video essay is it's like computer generated, so nobody's sitting right in front of you. The question will flash on the screen and you're simply supposed to record it, but it's there, so you cannot prepare it before. And I think like when you start recording the video, that's the time you come across the question and you have to be prompt enough to answer the question. So that just not assesses the academic skills that I have gained through my undergrad, but it also assesses my other soft skills, like the communication skills or the teamwork skills, because the questions are tailored in such a way that helps the admission counselor assess that how you're good in all of the soft skills that come along with the academic skills that you've gained the undergrad. So video essay was one thing that I came across new, and the other thing is a lot of universities are also like removing the concept that you're simply supposed to upload a document that is like pre-prepared. You are supposed to answer the question then and there on the portal. So I think that is something new, because those questions are specific around some subjects that you have come across in your undergrad, and that might be helpful in your masters. That might be helpful for them to understand that which degree course you are good for. So I think that is two new things that I came across while doing my applications.
Wonderful. So, the process as we move ahead is becoming dynamic every year, with every passing year. So,
Hmm.
video interview is, to check the spontaneity, how spontaneous you are, and to
Yes.
check the validity of the claim that you've made. Something could be related to your profile that could be asked in the interview, which is randomly generated.
Yes.
Right. And then I remember you mentioned something about they ask you questions to see what relevant subjects that you've studied,
Yes.
So
Yes.
the transcript, obviously, through transcript they see the list of subjects, but then they want to make sure that you relate to the course that you're applying to. So that is
Yes.
also an
Yes.
important parameter. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, and now moving forward, you have the admit offers, and then you've made your decision of going to Carnegie Mellon University. So, what lies ahead? As in, after the admission offer is generated, what are the steps that you're going through or have already gone through?
So after I got like the admit from the university, I had, because I received my admits around mid-March or early March, I would say. So after that, I had to wait for my scholarship letter, because it is like what you can say, it's a rule at CMU that every student who is attending the IMI program, they receive a little bit amount of scholarship based on what your profile is and how much scholarship is good for your profile. So you wait for the scholarship letter, and after that, I had to the things that we were blessed with were the information sessions. So the subjects that we are going to encounter right from our first semester, teachers, like the main professors from those subjects, the head professors from those subjects, take an information session for 1 hour or 1.5 hours, and they explain you that what the course has. The courses will be given in which semesters will be when you'll be able to take up those courses. What should be the combination of your courses if you're planning to, go into the security field, or if you're going to go in the networking field, or you're going to go into the computer science field, what courses or what combination of courses are good for you. And then there's a session where you can connect with your alumni or the current students, where you can ask the questions, all of the questions that you have regarding the RA-ship, the TA-ship, all the college clubs, all the other college questions that you have regarding the after session. So I think that is something I had to apply for I-20 as everything else goes with. And I think that's something I've been going through with currently. But the best part that I've encountered with CMU until right now is that they have their dedicated Slack channel for all the questions. So you don't have to mail them and wait them for them to answer. All you have to do is simply tag them on the Slack channel, and all the alumni are there. So in case if the admission team is not able to answer your question, the alumni who have already gone through the process can help you out. And I think that makes it much more easier for all the international students who are planning to go from here to there. So I think that is a very big plus point that we have right now.
Wonderful. Okay, and Prachi, to conclude, what suggestions would you have for the students who are planning their journey to pursue their higher studies abroad?
I think three things. One is proper research. Don't simply go for the rankings of the universities, because rankings might be, yes, ranking might be generated from multiple parameters, and you might not be looking for those parameters. So ranking incorporates a lot of parameters. Let's say how many students have graduated from that university, how many have received their jobs, and based on that, all of the universities receive rankings, right? So if you're planning to go for a university, first of all, it's very, very important for you to choose what you're planning to do further and why you are planning to do that. And based on that, you need to find out the right university. So me, the main thing was I don't want to go for a university that purely focuses on research. So I don't want to go for a research-based university, even though it's like an Ivy League level. But I want to go with university that has a balance between both research and practical, and let I still have a social life. So for me, even if it's like a 10th number ranked university and it's not Ivy University, if that university has all of that, I think that is a better university for me. So research is one thing that every student should be doing, and that is not same for all. What you want out of the course, what you want out of the university, what you want out of the culture of the university, I think that makes a lot of difference. So one thing that I would suggest is research. Second thing is, I have been saying this for a very, very long time to all the friends that I have, that please, 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 please tailor your essays, because sometimes you might not have good grades or might not have scored good GRE scores, but if you have tailored essays, it makes a huge, huge difference in your application. And while tailoring, you have to of course research like all the aspects, like what the professors are teaching, what the course is all about, what the curriculum is offering. And through that, you might come across a lot of questions that you want to ask your alumni once you get admitted. So I think that makes a lot of difference. So second is tailoring your SOPs or essays. And the third thing is, please have a budget of what universities you're applying to. But let's say if the university that you've just received an admit from is little bit outside your budget, don't fear out, because a lot of people think that we'll not receive an RA-ship or TA-ship because of the current recession that's going on. Contact people who are currently studying there, ask about the RA-ship or TA-ship opportunities, ask about the on-campus jobs, and believe me, all of this covers your tuition fees, all of this covers your at least rent or miscellaneous fees. So you don't have to worry about the extra cost that you will be paying, which is a little bit out of your budget. So let's say if it's going out of your budget, don't fear it out. You're going to make it. So I think these are the three things people should be making sure once they are applying for the universities abroad.
Wonderful thoughts and ideas shared there, Prachi. And thank you so much. I believe this interaction would help a lot of students who are watching this in planning their journey to pursue their higher studies abroad. Thank you so much for joining in, Prachi.
Thank you so much, sir. I hope they also receive all the insights that they wanted. And I hope that all of the students who will be watching this video ensures that, they work on their profile, because I think profile is the only thing that gets through all the applications that are happening every year and that are increasing every year. So I think profile building will make a much more difference, and I hope that this will help them.
True, true. Thank you so much, Prachi. So with
Thank you
that
so much,
note,
sir.
we'll end the session, and those who watching us can subscribe to the channel to see and stay updated with more such interviews moving forward. Thank you.